And welcome to Tuesday, I said Monday, Tuesday night's class. Tonight's class is called Ready to Pop, and we're using this really cute stamp set with the coordinating thinlits. And we will, I'm sorry, I just got two more things popping up here. That's what we're going to be working on. But before, I just wanted to tell you about a blog post that went up tonight, and make sure that you're participating in our scavenger hunt this month for days 1 through 10 or 11. I'm not sure how many questions I have. I have some great scavenger hunt questions for the new catalog. They're really fun, and I'm giving away an embellishment from the new catalog for each of the lucky winners. So, and I posted, it depends on the day and my schedule, so it's always here by 8 o'clock at night, but it might be here earlier. I like to give you time to, so you've got tonight until tomorrow night to post it until I pick the next winner. But what's really new tonight is I'm opening up a monthly shopping club. And if we get more than 6 people that are interested, we'll have 2 clubs. There'll only be 6 people in the club. And what happens is each month a different person is the hostess. So you agree when you join that you're going to spend $35 a month in the Stampin' Up or Stopping Up store before shipping and taxes for 6 months. Each month you'll order $35. One of those months you get to be hostess. Now that doesn't mean that you can stop with your commitment. You have to finish so that all 6 people get to be hostess. Each person gets to be hostess for a month. And what that means is, no, you don't have to bake cookies. No, we're not coming to your house. It means that you get the rewards. So all the orders go into a bucket. You'll use the same host code so that everybody gets into the same bucket, technically a party, and the hostess will get the rewards. It will be at least $30. If people spend more in a given month, then it will be more. And you can order anything you want from the catalog for the $30. I'll help you coordinate that. So it's a great way if you're somebody who each month just likes to buy a stamp set, or maybe even likes to get a bundle, but doesn't really, you don't ever get any of the rewards because you have to spend $150 in rewards. And you have to order $150 in order to get the rewards. So this way, it will allow little orders to all get combined and everybody gets a little something. Each month will be a different hostess. So if it's something you're interested in, drop me a note. My email link is right here. It's right on the blog today. So if you go to karamiller.com and you click on blog, and then you'll see Tuesday Scavenger Hunt with this super cool little glamper. Yeah, click on that, and it will tell you all about it, okay? It also gives you the host code if you're planning to order and trying to get into the Day of Memories and More. You need to have ordered $125 worth of orders, and you get into that class for free. If you're not sure how close you are, send me a note. We can double check and see if you're close to getting in. It doesn't have to be in one order. It can be several. And then today's scavenger hunt question is 2 punches from the holiday catalog. And tomorrow I will pick a lucky winner from the entries. And when you scroll down, you will see some people have already started to enter. I'm not going to show you the answers because they found them. Okay, so there's that. Let's stop this and let's get to work on our class. I have to turn the other camera on now. Oh, come on, handy dandy little machine. We're coming. I don't want any of those things. Can I just stop with the night shift thing? Hold on one sec. I don't know what that is. I don't want to deal with you with that. Thank you. Goodness. Okay. Phew. iPad's happy. Everybody's happy. Let's get this up just a little. Zoom in, because you're going to want to see everything on the table tonight. All right. Now I'm going to turn off this. There. Okay. Now I think we're ready. Susan is asking, oh no, Kathy's asking, which letter stamp set are we going to use for Day of Memories? I'm going to show you the one I'm using, and then you can decide. I went with the one that matched the Thinlits because I decided if I was going to invest in an alphabet, I wanted something I could use more often. So I'm using Letters for You. I know, I'm sorry. And the large framelits. But I do like the brushed one too. The brushed alphabet's kind of cool, but you'd have to hand cut or put it on we'll do both. We will do both. Okay? All right, sorry to digress. We are back to Ready to Pop. All right, so when I saw this one and I ordered it thinking, I don't know if I'll reuse it, but it's okay, it's cute. I have a very pregnant daughter, and so I thought we could find something to do with this because it's cute. But then when I started playing with it, I fell in love with this little box. I like anything miniature anyway. This is the size it is. It's really, really cute. It folds up nice and flat. So we're going to play with it inside a card and see if we can make it do that. I haven't tried that yet because I want to do it with you. So what comes with it? You get these great sentiments. With love, love is sweet, me to you, happy birthday, a wreath, popcorn, a circle, and then you get these kind of strip things and you're wondering, what are those for? Let me show you. All right, so the first thing you're going to need, oh, this is the actual box Thinlit, and then you have the scalloped, I call it the ocean one, and then this banner, a couple of weird things that you're not quite sure what they do with. So let's play with those a little bit. All right, we're going to start with our 8.5 by 11. And I'm going to cut it into the 5.5, which is my usual, so that I still have a piece left for my card. Just cut it in half. All right, now when you put this down, you're going to see that it's super tight, but you can get them both out of here. What it's going to look like is this. See how really, you don't have a lot of room, but you can get it out of this one sheet of paper. So let's play with that for a little bit. Let's cut out our box. Magnetic platform and one sheet, one acrylic plate, and then I'm going to put this as tight to the edge as I can. All right, because I want to make sure I have room for the other one. And then another plate, and then roll it on through. Come on, you can go. What did I do wrong here? There. It's really close to the edge, so it isn't happy, but you just have to kind of talk to it a little bit. And then take this out. And now make sure that you have it the right way. I'm going to flip it over, and you got to twist it. And when you put it in now, you can see that you've got just enough to get it into the 11. I'm sorry, into the 8.5, okay? Let me get my cover on. And then as it rolls through, you'll see. All right, so we had just enough. Kind of slid on me a little. I have new plates. I think it's time to switch. What I'm finding is my plates are pretty beat up, my acrylic plates, and they're not allowing my magnet to work as well because the plate has too much of a dip in it. These are my originals. I've been using these kind of nonstop since February. And I've done a bunch of kits and a bunch of simple surprises with it. So I think I've kind of abused my plates. So I'm done with this. Let's switch and move you over. So you can see we had just enough room and we have 2 of our boxes. Now we can start to play with it. Notice on this one, I've got these insets. I don't see a die cut that goes with those. There isn't one. I made a template. So how did I do that? Well, I took this, and you can see where your score line is. I'm actually going to cut an extra so I don't want to mess with that one. Let me cut an extra one so that I can show you how to make the template. I thought I could show it that way, but I can't really. So let's just cut one more out of a different color. Okay, this is going to be my template. So if I wanted to I want to make little inserts, you'll know how to size them. So you cut an extra. And this is something you can save. You can use it over and over again. But it doesn't do me any good to just show you my template because you won't know how I did it. So I got to show you how to make one. All right, so here's my extra. And you will see you've got your fold lines here, right? And what I'm going to do is take my scissor. Now I could use my trimmer or your scissor, and you're just going to cut right on that fold line. And you want to be sure that you cut good and straight. And you'll also notice then you got to cut this one off. Let me cut this and then I'll show you what I want you to notice. Okay. So if I put this on here, you will see that they are the same size. So that means all 4 panels of my box are the same size. Okay, well, if I put this on here, I don't get that look, do I? Because I need to give it a little bit smaller so that I get the offset shadow look. All right, so I cut one of those. This is now scrap. And I grab my trimmer. You only have to do this once, and you only have to do it if you want to do the template idea. And I'm going to line up the edge to the edge of the trimmer line, the dark part of the trimmer, not on any measurements. I'm just going to cover that strip. And I'm going to cut that off. And then the same thing over here. And I'm going to do this on all 4 sides. So I'm cutting off it's about 3/8 of an inch. But as long as you're doing the same on all 4 sides, you will get the look that you want. So all 4 sides, trimmer down. And now, when you put this on your box, you will see that you have just the size you want. And it will also fit on this one, right? Super cool. Now I can cut these. Let's see, how do we cut those? I took some pattern paper. I'm going to use the coffee beans. And I'm going to line this up on the bottom, so I only have to cut 3 sides, right in the corner, right? I'm going to trace it with my journaling pen. All right, there's one. And then again, your scissors. Now, if you really don't like and you're really nervous about doing a straight cut, you can use your trimmer. It's really pretty, it's not that long a cut, and if you stay right on the line, if you're not a good cutter and you don't like that, then use your trimmer. And then once you get this one, I just want to do 2 of these. I'm not going to do all 4. I just want to do 2 so I can show you. Once you do 1, when you line up number 2, if you line it up this way, you only have to cut across and down, because this line is fine with the base. See it? And if you're brave, you can hold it and then just cut right along there. And then, if you aren't brave, you can trim again, you can trace again. And there we go. All right. And then these are going to go like this. And then you can get that kind of patterned look around the outside. Okay, so that's one way to do your box. What are you going to put in the box? So many cute little things can go in here. These can be party favors. If you were putting them on a table, they could have dried flowers in them. They could have Stampin' Up! Flowers that you've created using like the Daisy Punch maybe. Would look really cute. 2 or 3 of those out of here. Jelly bellies work great. Remember we had jelly bellies for our last day of crafting. These came in the mail to you. These fit in here perfect. Cookies can go in there. You can get little treat bags that go down inside, some tissue, and then a gift card. Lots of fun stuff can go in here. But let's figure out how to make it now that we're going to put a lot of good things in there. What are we going to do with it? Some other things to think about when you look at this. If you decide that you want the top of the box to be scalloped, you have this handy dandy little addition to the mix. So we're going to put that on the top and we're going to trim it. So we're going to come back with a big shot and we're going to use that little scalloped doohickey on the top. You know what? Let's see, you guys are going to be nice. You'll notice where it's popping, it's not letting the die get as much magnet as it did. That's why I'm having trouble with it. See, and it pops. All right, it's time for a switch. I haven't used these yet. They're so pretty. Look how nice and new they are. They're so clear. You can pick these up and you can see why in a minute, why you'll be glad that you did. If you've been using your Big Shot for a while, you don't realize how beat up it is. We'll take out the beat up ones. We'll still save those. There'll be a time when they'll come in handy. I'm not going to throw them away. Look how shiny and new the new one is. Oh my goodness. And my magnet works 1000% better now. And I want this as close to the top as I can get it, right? And then my new one on top. And then run it through. Oh, it didn't do too bad. I have a little bit of a mark there, but not bad, right? Okay, there's one. And now to make sure I have these the right way, because I flipped them over about 3 times. Oh, it's happier this way. Okay. And, oh, goodness. If you're having trouble with it and things just keep moving on you, even with the magnet, I try and sashay it around a little bit, see if that helps. It's like the positive and negative just seem to really be working against me. They're okay now. If they're really giving you a hard time, you can grab some washi tape. Sometimes small dies are a little trickier, and you can grab some washi tape and just pop it in there. It generally is a question of just kind of moving things around a little to get them to go where you want. Okay. So notice the 2 ends are not quite off. I need to snip those. And then I'm ready to put my box together. But maybe I want to use a couple of those dies that I wasn't sure what they were. Washi tape works great, Sandy. I had to use it earlier on the little round die because it's so tiny, and it was just being temperamental. These strips, and I'm going to use the flower one because I think it's really pretty. And remember, when you're putting these stamps on, the best way to do it is lay it down, just kind of drop it with the stamp side down, the smooth side up, and then pick it up with your block. That way you're sure that you haven't twisted it putting it down and it's not crooked. So I've got a nice straight stamp. And now where's this going to go? Well, this is going to go right along. So I'm going to get kind of a striped effect with the flowers. All right. First thing though, because I don't want to stamp all over my desk, is I'm just going to put down a sheet of paper. Which for some reason I can't put my little hand on, but we'll use this one. And then we're gonna grab, let's see, what would we like? I am such a tone on tone lately. Let's go wild wasabi. I'm gonna step out a little bit. So we'll go with the wild wasabi green. On top of our pool party. Make sure you get everybody inked. And then you're just gonna start on one side. And you can kind of use the scallops to guide you. And stamp along. So now you're getting kind of a pattern paper look. And continue on the other one. Notice I've kind of inked up on the side. I'm hitting the block a little, but if I don't rock, I'm okay. If I were to rock this, I would get a mess, but no rocking and I'm okay. All right. And then I can think about, because you kind of want to do all the decorating, or at least have things cut out, figured out what's going to go where before you put this all together. It's just easier to work with. So I'm going to use this wreath. And what else do I have? Maybe just the wreath will be enough. I might need to add some ribbon. On this one, I use the round one and Enjoy. Let me show you that first. Never mind. We'll use round and Enjoy because I had to do a little different to get these two to work out. So let me use those. The wreath, I would just do the wreath. All right, and I'm going to use some, I'm going to use some white, some Whisper White for this one. All right. The first thing I did was, and I'm going to use the blue on the top. Again, I'm matchy-matchy, and that's okay. I can be happy. So I need my ring. And then I need a little bit of because I just need a scrap. Let's see what we have in the scrap section. You are not the right blue. We're going to go with yellow because you can see that well. And Enjoy. This is one of the ones that you want to make sure that you get a really good cover on your stamp pad. Not this, but on the actual stamp. Yep, and we're good. Now the ring, there's a circle die that comes with this set, and that matches the Enjoy. It doesn't cut this one out though. So what I used was from the Layered Circles. You could also use a punch. And I'm going to move some more stuff out of the way so I can show you. And we're going to cut those two things out. This is the one that gave me trouble, so let's see if it works this time. This is from my Layered Circles Thinlits. And then this one is from this die. And see, this one jumps all over the place. So this is where I came in with the washi tape. I don't know why it's so persnickety, except that it's such a little tiny one. It doesn't really have a lot of metal, and it seems to just kind of jump. So we'll move you up so you guys can see it a little better. And get this in position where you want it. And then you're going to washi tape. I don't stick the washi tape on my ink. I stick it off to the side because I don't want it to, when I pull it up, even though it's not going to tear it, it might still take some of the ink off. And then put my plate down and go on through. Okay, all right. Here's our white one. And here's our yellow one. And I'm going to grab myself a dimensional and get that put together. Whoops, we're getting down to the bottom of dimensionals here. All right, now I'm using tear tape to put this together. You can also use Tombow, the liquid. I would not recommend using your snail. You're just not going to get a strong enough adhesive to hold the box together, okay? All right, and you got your score marks. It came with the die, but you kind of have to talk to it a little. And then I'm going to burnish it to get a good, nice, straight score. Same on this one. and this one. And you'll notice when you fold this one, there's also another, there's a little fold right here, and you're thinking, what does that do? Trust me, I'll show you in a minute. It's really cool. All right, so there's one. And now we do the other one. Again, the score marks are there. You just have to make sure that you start it in the right place and it will grab. And then mess it up, it'll grab there too. And fold you back. All right, so now let's get our tear tape on. And you'll find the tear tape's just a little bit wider than this turn-in, just ever so little, but you'd rather not have the tape be on the outside. So don't go beyond your fold. All right, and I'm also going to put a little piece right here where I folded that back. You're again going to think I'm crazy, but it'll be okay in a minute. It will all make sense. Remember, tear tape is awesome because, well, it tears. And for some reason, it's crazy sticky lately and keeps sticking to my skin. And one more. Okay, so let's do this part first. Really? It was really sticky. Now it doesn't want to come off. And you're going to line these up. Make sure your scallops are right at the top. And line it up. If your scallop is off, remember I trimmed that by hand, so I can come in and do another little trim if I need to. It's not made by a machine, it's made by me. Then flip it over. And if you bring this in and this in, should line up pretty darn close. Okay? All right, so there's that. Now I'm going to open these up and take the tape off. This is the craziest part. Where do you see this? Open that up. Same thing with this one. Take the tape off. And I'm going to fold those back. Tuck these two sides, the sides without the tapes, down in. Tuck these two down with the tape part folded so it's sticking to your thumb. This is the sticky part. And squeeze. Okay, watch what happens. Nothing, you stuck them all together too much. The inside of my box is stuck. It worked really good before. Goodness, hold on, let me try again. And watch what happens, the magic trick that fails. My glue is not even on here, watch. So I stuck them in there, right? Squeeze them, and it just pops into place. Gosh, I love it when effects don't work right. This one's not sticking for some reason. Hold on, let me put some more glue on there. 3D things make fools of me every time. All right, so there's my tape. Squeeze. Looky there. See? Squeeze. And it pops right into place. Right? Isn't that cool? Okay, so there's our box. Now we have this to put on the outside. I'm going to get some ribbon and come around first. Real ribbon. And I'm not going to tie a bow. I'm just going to tie it so that I have tails. So I don't need that much. Some tear tape on the back of this. I'm going to tear tape my bow too in just a sec. Tear tape. Should have pulled this off first and I didn't. You should pull the underneath one off before you put the top one on. So now they're going to get stuck, but we're good. Okay, so we're nice and sticky. I'll take you off for a minute. You could use glue dots, but my tear tape's right here. I'm going to just put a little strip back here because I want it to stay in place. The tab in the front is going to hold it in place. In the front. And I'm going to slide this down in. Work it up to where I want it. And stick that down. Now, because I have the bow there, I'm going to put a dimensional under here so this sticks out top and bottom. And it's going to hold it nice and straight and not have it crooked. It's not a scavenger hunt question, but do I need to throw that away or can I still use it? Anybody know? Absolutely. Susan says use it. All these little pieces on the edge, don't throw those. That's still good stuff. So you might have to cut them. They make great borders. You never waste any dimensional. All right, and then we're going to trim this a little. And now we have another box. Right? Isn't that cute? I just think they're so adorable. I really like them. Now, if you wanted to, you really could put popcorn in it. You can put all kinds of candy. You can then wrap the entire thing in a clear bag. So let's say I put my tissue in. Right? And you know those birthday party favor bags you can get at the dollar store or Walmart? And then add your jelly beans. Now if I open these, that means I have to eat them. Add your jelly beans. And then I could just tie this in a bow. Or I could pop the whole thing into a clear plastic bag and tie that with a bow. No, this is one of my card bags. Let's see if this fits. Fuzzy? I think it might. It does. Get in there. Adjust. but it does fit. Wedding Favors with Jordan Almonds or Hershey's Kisses. I like that. This is a little too small. This is, I don't know what size these guys are. These are 4x6s and they're a little too small. But the ones that you get for favors at like Walmart and those that come in, they're bigger. They open up, they're gusseted. But these would work good. These are card bags or photos. They're 4x6 ones. Take the top off. Oh, I like that. Kathy says, with tags that say hugs and kisses for a Mr. and Mrs. So cute. But baby showers, ready to pop. And then mix these with your other stamps too. Like we have some really great Mr. and Mrs. ones. We have lots of other fun ones that would go. Do this for your favors at your holiday part, your Thanksgiving, Christmas. Hand these out for Halloween. Lots of, and they really do go quick once you do them, even when they make you feel stupid when they don't work right on the bottom. Trust me, they work right usually. All right, everybody. Well, thanks for coming. If you decide that you think you want to try the shopping club, remember it's a 6-month commitment, so you need to be able to do it through February. You need to do $35 a month through February. If that's not for you and you're not up for it, no worries. There's lots of other options and opportunities to get involved, including just come to the free classes. You can be a part of the Simple Surprise. Simple Surprise is a monthly kit that I prepare for you and give you all the doodads that you need. Or you get rewarded when you spend the $125 and you get invited to a full day of classes with me. So lots of opportunities to participate and up your card making, and I can't wait to see what some of you do. So have a great weekend. If you are, or great week, if you are in the path of Irma, my blessings and prayers are with you, and stay safe. See you all soon.